right. Happy. Are you happy, Kristen?
I like this. It's like the right kind of music you need when you're taking a road trip.
Okay. Well, this is your kind of music. You like this kind of poppy stuff. Like some of my hard rock stuff or my classic rock stuff, right?
This stuff keeps it to where I can keep driving and keeps me awake and energized.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's important. Hey, gang. Welcome to another episode of the Disney List. Every week, Kristen and I, lifelong Disney fans, bring you our lists of really cool attractions or Marvel, Star Wars, or Disney theme park things. And this week, we're going to rank what, Kristen?
We are ranking Disney boat rides from Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
Okay. Hey, I noticed that we have a lot of people watching us today on so many different platforms. I want to make sure that everyone checks out the live show in order to participate in the chat there at the Disney List. If you're watching us on Jedi Masketeer or Dining at Disney or WDW After Dark, hey, look, that's good. I appreciate that. But please check us out here at the Disney List on Facebook because we go live every single week. And there you can interact with us like our top fan, Lindsay Marie, who's our top fan, and she loves our shirts. And happy 4th of July weekend to everyone. Hope you had
We decided to be very patriotic for today's show.
Yes.
I even have red eyeshadow on today.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh, okay. I can see it now. So, at any rate, so we're going to talk about the show here. But before we go live, I want to make sure that everyone, checks out the live stream on the Disney List podcast Facebook page. And the next thing is how to support the show. Okay. So we have links to our Amazon, which are super cool. So it doesn't cost you any more money if you want to go ahead and check out our Amazon links. You can click that link there in the chat or in the podcast info section and then support the show. It doesn't cost you any more. It just really helps us out. The other way you can support the show is if you listen to us on Spotify or Anchor. There you can check out the Disney List, which is awesome. And you can actually click on support your podcast and you can donate money to our podcast, which is awesome. So that's great. We don't have a Patreon anymore. So this is the best way to do it, is to support the Disney List there on Anchor and click the link. The other thing you can do is book your next Disney trip or Universal trip with Kristen. And Kristen, how can people do that?
They can contact me by emailing me at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com.
Excellent. We're going to get started momentarily. Background music provided by JayJen. JayJen once again. And Osheen. This song is called Holidays. So I hope you enjoy the track. Don't forget to post in your chat room. And let's go ahead and get this show started. Production of the Sorcerer Radio Network.
Fun imagination, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen,
broadcasting from the Tiki Room Studios in Music City, it's the Disney List.
You've got to have characters that the audience, the viewer, the reader cares about.
What makes a hero? What's friendship? What's the idea of sacrificing yourself for something larger?
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
The Disney List on Sorcerer Radio with your hosts, Kristen and Aljon. All right, welcome back to the show. It's the Disney List. Lifelong Marvel, Disney, and Star Wars fan Aljon Go here at the helm. This is our starship. Welcome to it. Spaceship Earth style. We'd like to also welcome my co-host. She is the head of diningatdisney.com. She's co-host of that podcast too. And she's also the travel guru. Kristen, hello.
Hello.
She's riding shotgun. And so are you. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. We go live every single week. Don't forget to check us out on Sorcerer Radio. All Disney music all day long at srsounds.com. We've got tons of great shows there. We'd like to invite everyone in to check out the Disney List on Facebook. We're also on Instagram at Disney Listcast. We're also on YouTube and Twitter at Disney List. And also, we're in the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone on Facebook, where all of the DJs hang out from Sorcerer Radio, including ourselves, and also on Discord, which is great. We got some comments from Discord. We're going to read them because today we have another exciting attractions list from the Disney parks, from Disneyland and Walt Disney World. What is it, Kristen?
We are talking about ranking all the different boat rides at Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
That's a lot of boats.
It is.
A lot of boat rides.
15.
Wow. It is quite a huge list. So I'm loving life right now. And I want to ask you, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
I had a good weekend.
Good. I was with you this whole weekend.
Yes, you were.
It was so hot here in Nashville.
It was
so hot.
Too hot. But
It
at
was
least
so hot.
we had a pool to be in yesterday.
Okay, yes. This is true. I hope everyone had a happy and safe Independence Day holiday. And we have a couple folks there in the chat. Hello, Lindsay. She loves our shirts. Trying to be very patriotic. Bobby's in the chat as well. Love you both, but Disney's a downer until we can get rooms. Yes, Disney's a little bit of a downer right now. Danny Edwards says, love the Mickey patriotic shirt. That's up to Kristen and her flag mouse ear shirt. And also, yes,
This
y'all
was a
made this
gift.
hard. It's a gift. It's a gift. Who gave you the shirt? Was it your
I
sister?
think it was Lori.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
nice.
Lori gave it to me.
Nice. Lindsay says, y'all make this hard to rank. Yes, this is going to be a very hard to rank show. There's a lot of boats at Disney. We're going to give you the 4-on-1 on what we're talking about in terms of boats, what makes the list, what doesn't make the list, because I know a lot of people are like, well, did the paddle boats make it in? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so.
No,
So,
that's additional. That's like recreational.
recreational watercraft.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So we're going to talk about the boats and the attractions, and thank you guys also very much for checking out our show last week, where we were talking about our Disney animated sidekicks, which was a cool show. And we also talked about Splash Mountain. A lot of great feedback on that show. And I think Splash Mountain may actually make this list once again.
You think?
We'll make it for this boat. What constitutes our Disney boat rides, how we're going to rank them, we shall see. Hang tight. We're going to talk about it here in a sec.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Edgerly, voice of Timothy the Mouse and Scuttle from The Little Mermaid. Want to say hello? You're enjoying Sorcerer Radio, and so am I. Have a good time, everybody. Oh boy!
All right. More music by JayJen and Osheen called Holiday. Getting us kicked off. Now, Kristen,
Yes.
there's a lot of boats, a lot of boat rides at
15.
Disneyland and Walt Disney World. 15, you said?
15 total.
Oh, man. It's a lot of boats. I'm on a boat. Ooh, what happened there? What did I do? What did I do? I lost I broke the internet, y'all. I broke the internet. I don't know what's going on. Well, let's not even worry about that right now. Let us just get back to it. Kristen, what is not considered a quote unquote boat ride attraction?
Ferries.
Ferries.
Yes, ferries don't
The
count.
ferry boats that take you to and from the Magic Kingdom are not part of it. Or the Seven Sea Lagoon. Whatever.
Or between
Or any-
Epcot.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Studios.
And studios.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. We're not counting any of the recreational boat rides. Okay. And what else is not considered a boat ride?
The Finding Nemo submarine voyage, because it goes underwater. It's not a boat sitting on the water.
Are we going to get a lot of flack for that from our fans, you think? Because it's not
No.
technically a boat. Okay.
No, it's a submarine. It's not a boat.
But the flumes, the boats for dark rides are in there. So those are the kind of boats we're going to be talking about, right? Or the big boats
that float
on water.
Yeah.
You know, they could have a track, they could have a guided track. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's technically a boat. So we have a huge list. You said we had a total of 15 attractions we're going to rank today.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to give out some? Do you want to just go ahead and start at the bottom?
Yeah, let's start at the bottom.
Okay. So we are also going to be incorporating some of your feedback from Discord as well as Facebook. So let's see what's going on. Danny Edwards is like, what? No fairies, no subs? Yeah, man. All right. So shall we get started?
Yes, we have 15. However, number 14 is going to be the only one that is actual a tie.
Is that right?
Yes. And the reason this one is tied is because it's pretty much the same type boat ride at both parks, Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. They just have different names. And it is the Liberty Bell Riverboat. And then you have the Mark Twain Riverboat at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say I'm a little partial to the Mark Twain because one of my favorite voice actors does the voice for Mark Twain. So,
Steven Stanton. Mm-hmm. Where are you, buddy? You know, I forgot to load him up on the old.
Shame on you.
I know.
Of all times to forget.
I know.
To load that one out, John.
I know. I forgot to load that effect there. Okay. Well, Steven's gonna hit me over the head later.
Okay,
so.
That's fine. I'll let him do that.
Okay. So they're the riverboats. I am also partial to the Mark Twain, but the Columbia is very impressive. Columbia is really impressive, especially during the Disneyland version of Fantasmic, which I like better. Just putting it out there.
They also use the next one in that show as well.
Is that right?
Yes,
okay.
And that would be the Columbia, the pirate ship.
That's right.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So all of these boats we're going to be ranking at the Disney parks, at Disneyland, at the Walt Disney World Resort are attractions that you can actually ride, that you can actually get on and then go to another location and get off. So that's important to note because there are some tugboats and different things there and other watercraft that are not eligible for this particular list. So, okay. So those are and where are we at now?
We are at number 12.
Okay. And?
Okay, so number 12 is the Davy Crockett canoes.
Have you ever done the canoes?
I have. You were not with me.
What was this?
I wrote it with Chad.
Oh, was that D23?
No, I'm pretty sure it was in January during NAMM.
Oh,
and
okay.
they actually had it operate because every time we're there, they haven't been operating them.
They were operating they were operating the canoes in January?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in January.
Oh man. Okay.
I'll have to go check back and see, but I'm almost positive.
Lee's talking about the Tom Sawyer rafts. Lee Beaton's hey, happy belated Canada Day, Lee. The Tom Sawyer rafts did they make it in the countdown, Kristen?
No, we did not include them because they're there to get you, like the ferries. They're there to get you from one place to the attraction.
Okay.
It's not
an attraction in and of itself.
Yeah.
Could you say that? Well, could you not say that about the Columbia and the Mark Twain?
No, because you get on and it just makes a giant circle or something like that. You get on and you get off at the same spot.
I have a feeling Lee is going to rail us on this for not including the Tom Sawyer rafts. You know, his blessed Canada pavilion didn't make it in the Mount Rushmore pavilions. So, okay. So where are we?
Okay, we're at number 11.
We're at number 11. Okay.
And this is the Storybook Canal.
I like the Storybook Canals. It's very, very relaxing. However, it's important that the cast member distributes the weight of the canal, the boat, because here's what happened. You want to talk about what happened last time you and I rode this at Disneyland?
Or they put too much weight on one side.
Oh, they put way too much weight on one side, and I don't know what.
We could talk about that happening too on another one of these attractions later in the show.
Well, it wasn't just too many people and weight on one side. It was also the fact that there was some smelly people on the boat.
Yeah, that's never good.
Oh, man.
Sometimes people need to carry deodorant in their backpack. Just saying.
Just remember, be considerate of others. Be considerate of others and wear deodorant. Is that too much to ask?
And if you have a serious problem, I'm telling you, antibacterial body wash helps get rid of that smell.
Okay, yes.
You can always use like the little spray anti-bac stuff from Bath and Body Works. May burn under your arms, but if you're stinky and you spray that, it'll help get rid of it.
There you go.
Just a little tip for everybody out there.
That's a good tip.
If you don't have your deodorant with you, that's a good quick fix.
Lee in the chat says, we're forgiven for the Canada Pavilion thing. So thank you, Lee, for forgiving us for that.
Are you ready?
So now it's time to start the sound effects.
Number 10.
Where are we at now? What attraction?
I'm curious to what people have to say about this one.
Okay.
But it is the Navi River.
Yep. I'm sure some people are going to write us about this, but I tried giving it a chance. We've ridden it several times, the Navi River. I like the attraction for what it is. I do like it. However, I'm just not a fan of all the projection screens throughout. There's some things that you are fully immersed in, and there's no doubt that the attraction, the shaman at the end, is an amazing feat of technology. So good. Now that part's great, but I just wasn't into it as much as the other boat rides. What do you say?
It's not one of my favorites. I was disappointed the first time I rode it, so.
Yeah, I was too, and I gave it another chance, and it just didn't do it for me. And maybe it's just because we just don't have that emotional attachment to Avatar or that attraction.
I don't know.
The
wait is way too long for it.
Lindsay says, our top fan with the badge. She's saying, not my favorite, too long of a line and very short river. Yes, I think that's part of it. It just wasn't long enough, I don't think. Lee says it was a letdown. Other than the animatronic, I couldn't believe I waited 2 hours to ride it. Danny says, Navi was a detailed discussion from our family coming up with our list. Oh, yeah. One and done ride. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So we're not alone. The people in the chat are with us on it so far. They're digging it. They're digging it. That makes me feel a lot better about it, because I feel like there's a lot of people that really dig Avatar, and Pandora is great. I love the attraction. I love the land, albeit a little small, but still very good.
I agree. It's too small. Too small,
but the Banshee ride is makes more than makes up for it, I think. But well, how about this?
Number 9.
Sticking to the Animal Kingdom, it is Kali River Rapids.
You will get wet. In fact, you might get soaked.
You're gonna get soaked. And that's one of those times to don't bring your expensive camera to the park or rent a locker, just because we haven't rented in a while. But the cover for it just doesn't keep your things as dry. And when you've got a couple $1,000 camera on you, the last thing you want to have it happen is that to get wet and damaged. So that's why we have not rented in a while.
Yeah, it's a great ride on a day where you feel like I need to cool off, because you will get wet, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy this attraction a lot. However, make sure that you dress appropriately. Okay. And that means, you know what I mean when I say dress appropriately. Okay. There's some things that you shouldn't see. And there's some footwear that you might want to be wearing. Flip-flops are important, I think, if you're riding that ride. Water shoes. Those are things. So you need to be very careful when you ride that attraction, and waterproof bags are important. If you have those electronics, these are little hacks for you for hacking into your vacation. But you want to make sure you keep all that, as Kristen said, because those little center console things, they do not keep things dry. They just don't. So Lindsay says, Aljon, not wet, dripping wet. Go back to the hotel. And Lindsay says, don't wear white.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Lee says, not any time ride, so you've just placed it well on the list. Yep.
It's one of those attractions that they need a little warning for, in particular, people from Brazil who wear white, because just too much not appropriateness.
This is true. This is a family-friendly show, folks. So we're just trying to help you. You know, part of the hashtags for this particular show is family vacations. So it's important you think these things through anytime you go on a ride like Splash Mountain or the Rapids. You need to take that into consideration. But boy, is it fun. It is fun. And it's a long ride too. I think it's great. So we have now
Number 7.
No, we don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go.
Number 8.
Yes, number 8.
I can't edit that out. Go ahead.
Would be the counterpart over in Disney California Adventure. And that would be Grizzly River Run, where you get soaked on that too.
So is there a reason why you put one over the other when they're very similar attractions?
I actually like the theming for Grizzly River.
I
better.
do too.
I mean, you've got a giant bear head as like a mountain. It's just cool. And I mean, I'm sure many people have been there and never noticed that, you know, the attraction is a giant bear mountain. But I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do. I do like it. I think the Kali ride tends to be a little bit heavy-handed in terms of the conservation message there. And it's cool. I like the storytelling. Don't get me wrong, and don't hate me, Joe Rohde. Don't hate me. But yes, I do like California much better. Just a little bit. Okay. And I want to hear from the Disneyland fans out there. You know, what do you think? So now we're at
Number 7.
Okay, so this attraction, once upon a time, was called Maelstrom.
Uh-huh.
And now it is Frozen.
Yes, I'm not going to play any music this time out. I'm not going to play any music.
We're not going to play Let It Go.
Nope, we're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to reach over and play it. Nope, not even doing it. But I still like this attraction, even though Maelstrom was great. I think the effects and the animatronics are fine. I don't have an issue with it. Do have an issue with Arendelle being at Epcot because it's made up and it's not in the real world. So there could have been a way to still bring that in, but it's not too late, Disney. It's not too late to make a course correction and kind of back off the Arendelle a little bit and just bring it more toward the regular Norway that we all know and love. It's never too late. Anyway, what do you think though? The attraction's fun.
Yeah, you know what though? The one thing I miss is, you know, when the boat backs up, you kind of adjust and it goes. In Maelstrom, it went, disappear. I miss that.
I do miss that. I miss that too. But all things do change.
They do.
There you go. Not too shabby.
If you're a Frozen fan, it's definitely a must ride for you.
For sure. All right.
Number 6.
We are going to stay in Epcot, and we will travel to a different country,
Ooh.
Mexico.
Mexico.
For the Grand Fiesta
I love this. I love it. And
with the 3 caballeros.
the 3 caballeros, they say we are birds of a feather. And I've always liked this attraction. I like the original Rio del Tiempo, the River of Time. But man, oh man, I'm loving Donald and Friends. It's so great. As you know, Donald is my spirit animal.
He's your favorite.
He is my favorite character.
You know what Donald told me? He does not like it that you will eat Peking duck.
Okay. What do you like about this attraction?
The music is fun.
The music is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I do like the whole Mary Poppins of it all. The animation with live action, the chef that's trying to carve up the duck and Donald just runs away, and the 3 caballeros animatronics playing their guitars. As a guitar player, obviously I dig it. I love the fact that Donald is also a guitar player, so I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Hey, Lindsay says, I wonder if they're going to change it into a Coco theme.
That would be really cool.
I would endorse that. Even though I love the 3 caballeros, I would endorse it. What I love, there's many things that I love about the Mexico Pavilion, but I do like the Mariachi Cobra. As they move through, they play the mariachi music. They sing songs from Coco, which is great. And over at Disneyland, they actually have the little Coco show there. And I'd love for them to bring that over there to the Mexico Pavilion, but that's a whole other list. Okay.
That's a list for another day.
That is a list for another day.
That's a list that requires a lot of research and thinking and creativity.
It does, for sure. But
Number 5.
This is one of your favorite attractions.
is it now?
It is, and we actually did the behind the scenes tour here, and it is still in Epcot. We're not going anywhere. We're headed to Living with the Land.
I love this attraction so much. It is a must do. For whatever reason, I can't tell you why. I think I just love how relaxed it is and going through all the different, hydroponic, gardens and things. It's cool.
So you go on this attraction, and the thing that always gets me is it talks about what they are doing now, as if the 80s, it hasn't moved past then, and we're still in the 80s, about stuff that they're working on. And you're like, no. That needs to be, the spiel needs to be updated. They need some new pictures, because think about it. Those children in those are now probably in their 40s.
Probably so.
And some of those people, they have moved to another plane. They are no longer here on Earth.
Moved to another plane. They're in the astral world with Doctor Strange.
So,
wow.
I would like to see them update this attraction, because I do like it. I think it's cool to get to see them growing things hydroponically, and just to get to see the food that's being grown and used in the Garden Grill restaurant.
Yes.
But I just want it updated. Like, let's do something
Yes.
more modern and not talking about things that were up and coming 40 years ago.
Yeah, let's update the entire attraction with new HD screens. Let's get some high def video in there of scientists that are right here, right now, working on things. And they might be working on the same things, but don't pretend like this is groundbreaking stuff, folks. But anyway, Lee says, I miss the live cast members. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then Lindsay says, yes, Living with the Land is a must for me too, and eating at the restaurant. I'm hungry already talking about it.
That's
I'm
'cause
already
we haven't
hungry.
had dinner.
Nope.
Number 4.
And
And we now leave Epcot and head over to the Magic Kingdom, where it's a small world after all.
You knew it was going to be on this list. So here's your Mount Rushmore, folks. This is Kristen and I's Mount Rushmore of boat rides at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And this is actually the boat ride that started it all. It was a great system. They started off in the World's Fair. Walt wanted to make sure that they had a ride system that could move through people very quickly. And there you go. It's a small world. Bam. And it's great. I really enjoy everything about it. An original Disney attraction. What's not to love about this? And the Sherman Brothers music. I mean,
I do like the fact that over at Disneyland, it's a little bit different because they have added in some of the characters like Stitch into the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And then out there, they also do that holiday overlay, which I have seen the holiday overlay
nice.
For that attraction. It's really cool. I liked it.
Yes. So 300 animatronic dolls in this.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Now, they're not the most sophisticated animatronics, right? Most of them only do a couple things, if any. But that's a lot of little dolls doing a bunch of crazy dancing and singing. And, okay, what I love about this is the look of this entire attraction. It looks super cool, you know, and I like the fact that, you know, I don't know. What else do you like about it? I mean, you've got Mark Davis, Alice Davis, attraction designers. I mean, it's, I don't know. And Mary Blair, of course. I mean, Mary Blair, legendary artist and Imagineer, just awesome stuff. So,
the one thing I do like is that you get to hear them singing in other languages throughout the attraction. That is kind of a cool thing.
Yes, I do like that. And that's a song my mom used to sing that to me, and she would play it on the piano, and it was just great. So, and there you go. There's so much we can get into about this particular attraction, but suffice it to say, it is in our Mount Rushmore of boat rides. So, having said that, that was number 4.
Number 3.
Here we go.
This one does have live cast members that do a little spiel.
Okay.
It is the Jungle Cruise.
How much do I love this attraction?
I'll tell you, one of the best ones was a cast member who went off the script that they normally do. This was one of the times when it was during extra magic hours in summer. So it was like midnight riding the Jungle Cruise, and the cast member had all these other jokes. And you know when they go through that like tunnel and you have the tiger and like the Egyptian statue or whatever that's like missing hands and stuff like that. He had a whole spiel that he gave through that entire thing, and it was amazing.
Was I with you?
No, it was when I went with Natalie. Oh, you know what? It's when I went with Natalie for July 4th.
Okay. Nice.
Connor was a wee one then.
Yeah, I love it. There are multiple versions of the Jungle Cruise in all the Disney parks around the world. Obviously, Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Paris, Shanghai. Was it Paris and Shanghai are the only parks that do not have the Jungle Cruise on the roster. So
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So nearly all of them do, but I really dig it, and I love the cast members. They do when you have when you have an awesome skipper, it makes a world of difference, and that's why riding the ride multiple times makes it so appealing, because you never know what jokes you're gonna get. But there you go. I love it. Lee says, "Have you ever ridden every boat? It's a fun challenge to complete." No, I can't say that I have, Lee. That's an interesting challenge. Ride every boat. Lindsay says family friend, but they are funnier after a couple of drinks at the Skipper restaurant. I love it. Yes, the Skipper. Yeah, we do love that. Hey, Mike Emke says they were almost in a boat by themselves, and it's a small world. Let's hope you never get stuck.
Oh God, that would be one of the worst, I think, attractions to be stuck in.
Yes, Mike also says his niece is a skipper. Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. I like it. I like the outfit. That's one you can dress up for in Halloween with a cool hat and everything, which is great. Let's see here. Where are we at? So what else do you like about the Jungle Cruise? I mean, it's a great attraction. Once again, my heart belongs to Disneyland there in terms of the attraction there because it's Disneyland. You know, it's great. I love the Jungle Cruise there. The skippers are awesome though, no matter where you go. Any comments about it?
You have Trader Sam who offers the deal.
Mm-hmm.
2 heads for one of yours.
Yeah, there you go, Kristen. There you go. Where's my? I don't have my sound effects for you for those jokes. Leave your best skipper joke in the comments below, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, this is crazy.
Number 2.
Now, I think 2 and 1 were the hardest ones to decide between. But we had to give number 2 to Splash Mountain.
Okay.
I love the theming. This attraction just makes me happy.
Yes.
I'm going to miss it.
I'm going to miss this iteration of it. I do look forward to the new Splash Mountain with Tiana and friends. So, but yes, this is a very happy attraction. We love it. It's a lot of fun. The drops are fun. And I don't know. What else can you say about this particular attraction? It's fun. What else can you say about it? I mean,
That we didn't say last week?
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's cute. It's fun. It's happy. You have Bird Rabbit. I mean, it's just zippity doo-dah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. I tell you what, let's go ahead and recap all the boat rides, and then we're going to come back and reveal our number 1. So let's do that. Hold on. And then we'll get to some comments from the Peanut Gallery when we come back. When I can actually cue this up.
Hi, I'm Dave Shute of YourFirstVisit.net, and you're listening to Sorcerer Radio.
All right, Kristen, we're back on the show. Welcome back. And let's recap, shall we, our list?
Sure.
All right. Our discussion is all about ranking the top boat rides at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And Kristen, let's start from the bottom.
Tied at number 14 is Liberty Bell and Mark Twain Riverboats. Number 13, Columbia. Number 12, Davy Crockett Canoes. Number 11, Storybook Land Canal. Number 10, the Navi River. Number 9, Collie River Rapids. Number 8, Grizzly River Run. Number 7 is Frozen. Number 6, Grand Fiesta. Number 5, Living with the Land. Number 4, It's a Small World. Number 3, Jungle Cruise. Number 2, Splash Mountain.
Before we get to number 1, let's read some of the comments, shall we?
Okay, Aljon, you read some of those to us.
So you might want to get out the Facebook and read what's on the Disney list, because I've got the Discord up.
Okay.
And we ask our fans on Discord, they're on the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone under the Disney List show thread, what their top five boat rides are. AJ Redfern says 1, Splash Mountain, 2 Jungle Cruise, 3 Kali River, 4 Pirates, and 5 Living with the Land. Can't comment on Navi River Journey or Frozen Ever After due to not having been on them. So, Dar 1974 says, number 1, Pirates. Number 2, Splash. Number 3, Jungle Cruise. Number 4, Liberty Bell Riverboat. And number 5, Grand Fiesta Tour. And then there's a little note there says, note, if Living with the Land had a live narrator, it would easily be in the top 5. I agree. That's good. Good list. Admiral Wrong Way says, Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain, Pirates, Grand Fiesta, Living with the Land at number 5. Haven't been on Frozen or Navi. Diana says, Splash Mountain at number 1, Frozen After number 2, Pirates, Grand Fiesta, and It's a Small World. Bucky says, Splash Mountain, Small World, Jungle Cruise, Living with the Land, any resort boat rental from Bay Lake to Seven Seas Lagoon. So he put it in there. Also, former boat rides, Discovery River boats, River del Tiempo, 20,000 Leagues, Maelstrom, and does Peter Pan count as a boat ride? I guess technically it is a boat ride, isn't it? It is a boat ride, kind of, isn't it? Because you are riding a boat.
In the sky.
In the sky. Brandon.
See, I don't consider that boat ride. It's not on water.
Yes. Brandon Kozak says the same thing. Would you ever want to call Peter Pan's flight a boat ride? Because you ride in a boat, says Angry Whopper. Admiral Wrong Way. Let's see. We already talked about that. Angry Whopper says Sasagula Float Works. Friendship Boats. See, he's including Friendship Boats. Pirates from Disneyland, Small World from Disneyland, and Jungle Cruise at Walt Disney World. So there you go. What do you say here?
Let's see. Marcus says number 5, Living with the Land, Grand Fiesta Tour, Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain, and Pirates. Lindsay says, let's see, number 5, Living with the Land. Honorable mention to the Mark Twain Riverboat. Number 4 is Jungle Cruise. 3, Pirates. 2, The Three Caballeros. And number 1, even though it is no more, Norway's Maelstrom.
There you go.
Ryan McGuire says Peter Pan's Flight, Maelstrom, Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, and he gave Splash Mountain number 1.
Nice.
And he wants to give a shout out to the boat ride that was supposed to be in the Germany Pavilion.
Right.
I like that.
It was supposed to. There's a lot of supposed to's in there for sure.
Sarah says Kali River, Jungle Cruise, Frozen Ever After, and number 1 is Pirates.
Okay.
Danny Edwards, 5, he gives the ferry boats. Mm-hmm. He says for great photo shots, 4, Frozen Ever After, 3, Pirates, 2, Splash, number 1, Small World.
Man, we had tons of people comment.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read some?
No, well, I've got some here. This one comes to us from the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone. Stephen Lowry, hey, Stephen, says Splash, Pirates, Navi, Maelstrom, and the Land. Deb Schultz says, right, I love the ride from Port Orleans to downtown Disney, so peaceful. So that's nice. Also, Living with the Land, educational, but needs some new narration and visuals. Jungle Cruise, a hoot with a good guide, no doubt. Small World, of course, and Pirates round out her top 5. Sean Fiend says Pirates, Maelstrom, The Land, Small World, Grand Fiesta. You know what? A lot of these have the same 5, or at least 4. Amy Van Houten says Small World, Jungle Cruise, Living with the Land, Pirates, and Navi. Mario says Pirates, Jungle, Grand Fiesta, Living with the Land, and Navi. And Scott says Pirates, Jungle Cruise, Navi, Navi River, Grand Fiesta, and Small World. Tyson says, Terry Tyson says, Living with the Land, Pirates, Navi, Jungle Cruise, and Grand Fiesta. Jay Price says Splash, Pirates, Living with the Land, Frozen, Mexico. And Jessica Murphy says Small World, Pirates, Navi, and Jungle Cruise. It's interesting what people say. And do you have a
I
couple
have
more?
a few more, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Jen Tremley says, Grand Fiesta, It's a Small World, Frozen Ever After, Pirates, Living with the Land at number 1. And Armando Perez agrees with Jen. Says that is the same for him. And then Sasha says, I know I'm cheating a bit, but Le Pays de Contest de Fez is Disneyland Paris's version of the storybook boats from a Disneyland resort.
Okay.
4, Three Caballeros, Pirates, It's a Small World, and Jungle Cruise.
Man, there's everybody has such great lists.
Gail says It's a Small World and The Mexican Ride. And let's see.
Can you not read that?
No, this is the same one as one that's up
Oh,
there.
okay, all right. So
yeah.
here's couple more. Derek Frank says, unpopular opinion, but Living with a Land. I just love that ride. Oh, we do too. Imagine that. Joan Crane, and this comes to us from the Disney List group on Facebook. Joan Crane says, Grand Fiesta Tour with 3 Caballeros, Living with a Land, Pirates, Maelstrom, and Frozen. Yeah, R.I.P. Maelstrom. Amy Huffmaster, also a top fan. Navi, Living with a Land, Grand Fiesta, Pirates, and Splash. And Melanie Christie, rounding it out, says Pirates, Grand Fiesta, Splash, Small World, and Living with the Land.
So Amy mentions that she loves the Skipper Dan song. And I was just thinking, isn't that a weird Al Yankovic song?
Yes.
You know, I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. Playing that for the kids at work. Because I told you, you've got that group of kids that for some reason loves all the Weird Al stuff. Even going back into like the stuff he did for 80 songs.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm going to have to play Skipper Dan for them.
Oh, what's not to love? You got Disney and Weird Al. But number 1, I think everyone understands what our number 1's probably going to be.
Number 1.
Kristen.
It's just Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Of course it is. Because of course. It is the quintessential, one of our Disney must-dos. Every trip. We love this ride. It is timeless. It is classic. It's been updated many, many times. But for whatever reason, it hasn't lost the heart and soul of what this ride is all about, which is having a nice river cruise, with a bunch of scallywags, bring a town down.
I like the kitty cats meowing.
Yeah, the kitty cats are great. There's no doubt about it. So Lindsay says, we want the redhead. So
that's what you should have worn today with your redhead shirt.
This is true. This is true. But having said that, is there a particular thing about the Pirates ride? If I were to say what version of it gets the edge for you between Disneyland and Walt Disney World, what would you say?
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Why, Kristen?
It is longer. It has some super cool scenes that you don't have at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Like the skeleton in the bed, which is really cool. Like things that are in the movies that if you haven't been there, you have no idea that it came from the attraction.
Yes. And the fact that it is longer, the Disneyland one is longer. It's got a couple different drops in it. And you have extra scenes. You've got extra scenes that you don't have, especially the gun room scene, which is awesome. Lee says, prefer the version of Disneyland over Walt Disney World. Yep. True that, my friend. True that. We agree 100% on that. So this ride attraction opened up in 1967. It was the last ride Walt Disney himself participated in designing, debuting 3 months after he passed away. But once again, so amazing. Did you know that there are 63,000 gallons of water, 53 audio animatronics and birds, 75 audio animatronic pirates and villagers in this ride?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Absolutely.
The other cool thing in the Disneyland one
Yes.
is you have the Blue Bayou restaurant that sits on the attraction.
Yes. Yes. That is unique and it's great. It's not the same as the Three Caballeros ride in Mexico. That's cool and all, but it's not Pirates. Pirates is cooler. Pirates is way cooler. So anyway, folks, that wraps up our list. Thank you so much for all the great responses. I can't believe how many responses we've got for this week. It's been insane. So next week, we're going to have just another awesome show. Hopefully some more awesome guests. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this show. Listen to us on demand, of course, on Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. Also, the Disney List and everywhere you want to listen and stream the show. Links in our Facebook page. And, of course, the DisneyList.com, the website. All of our social media is there. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, it's all there. Follow us, you won't regret it. Kristen, where can people follow you?
They can check out me at diningatdisney.com or Dining at Disney on any social media. Also, make sure on Wednesdays to check out the Dining at Disney podcast that I do with Bubba.
Yep, absolutely. This past week you had an awesome show, did you not?
I did. We had George Melotes from Wine Bar George talking about wine basics and pairing and tips for tasting, and we even had tips for those who are just thinking about getting into wine and wanting to know where they start.
It's a great place. I love that show. It was great, and the video should be on really soon. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out Dining at Disney podcast. They're on Anchor and on Spotify. Awesome. Once again, you can follow me, Aljon Go, on Instagram. Of course, follow the Disney List, as I mentioned earlier. All of our links are there. Book your next Disney trip when you get around to it, because better days are ahead, folks. As long as everybody makes sure that they take care of each other and wear masks. So, Kristen, where can people email you?
They can email me at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com.
We'd also like to send a shout out to our friends.
WDW Park Hoppers that go live Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern from a Walt Disney World resort or restaurant, which right now has been Disney Springs.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. You can also, Kristen's wearing her mask. Don't forget, you can also donate to the cause there at Disney List. Click on our anchor.fm page and support us through that link with our Amazon links as well. Thank you so much to the Replay Heroes for providing music for us. Check out the show notes for links so you can download their album, which is awesome. And all the extra music available on this show you can check out in our show notes as well. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great week. Enjoy. Listen to Sorcerer Radio, all Disney music, all day long at srsounds.com. I'm Aljon.
And I'm Kristen.
And we'll see you real soon.
This podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company or its holdings and is intended for entertainment purposes.
Drink Corona. Don't spread it.
Have a great week, everybody. See you next time. Bye.